The other one said it's 1,000 years.
Okay, the context is this: angels and the spirit.
Yeah.
The other context is that it's God.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. This is a little more clear-cut one, I guess. It says in 4:153 that shirk is forgivable, but then it says it's unforgivable in 4:48.
For what?
4:153.
And if the people of the book ask thee to cause the book to descend for them from heaven, they ask more of the greatest things show them. Then they took the calf to worship. 153. Well, I'm reading one more, which is 154, but it's not that verse.
Will soon give their 50 for the
And as for those who believe in Allah and all of His messengers, make those things between them. I don't know. I'm reading everything here, and I'm not seeing anything about that. But I know what you're talking about.
Okay. Well,
basically,
shirk is forgivable in one verse, and then unforgivable in 4:48. It says that it's unforgivable.
Because there's actually, I just read what that was about, which is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Except for those who repent and yeah, 49 in my Koran. Surely Allah will not forgive that any partner be associated with Him, but He will forgive whatever is short of that. Whomsoever He pleases, and whosoever associates partner with Allah, indeed divides a very great sin. Right.
Okay.
So that verse essentially
saying it's unforgivable.
Was revealed earlier
in
time, and then there was an incident of something where a person had asked a question, and he brought up. He was asking basically the same thing. Why is it totally unforgivable? And then elsewhere in the Quran it says Allah forgives all sins. That's 158.
Yeah. So 158 is.
Yeah. I know that we're talking about because it's like famous.
Okay.
And so I asked my imam. I go, that seems like it's a contradiction.
Yeah.
So then he explained to me that in the history of the Revelation, the one verse was revealed earlier. And then the verse after that was revealed to sort of, they give the glad tidings that Allah will indeed forgive it under His power of forgiveness if it's justified. Because the whole point of shirk, you understand what shirk means?
Well, I believe it's idolatry from what I've understood.
It means associating partners with God.
So it's like sin, basically, right?
Well, essentially it's like how Christians believe that Jesus is God.
Yeah.
Right? To us, that's shirk.
Blasphemy, right?
No.
No?
Blasphemy.
Oh, okay.
It's shirk, meaning because of the Trinity, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, that it forms even if you only think of it as a mental conception of three separate entities.
Okay.
And they behave as three separate entities in every description. Right? So that Jesus is Jesus of a human being, and He's subservient to God, and He's mortal, and He dies, and all that stuff.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this. This is to me.
Why were the Jews forbidden to build or make any image of God? Because it was shirk.
Well, they don't want image. Yeah, in the Old Testament. Yeah.
Right. Now, why would God then spend all this amount of the Bible, 4/5 of which is the Old Testament, telling the Jewish and Israelites, do not associate any partner with me and make no image of me and worship no created thing?
But Jesus was the creator. He's not.
I understand what the message of Christianity is, but Jesus was a created being. There's no doubt about that. You can't.
He was God in the flesh.
I know.
He is God.
I know what the label is. My point is that He was born of Mary. He was completely dependent on Mary for His very existence.
But even the Quran says that He was supernaturally conceived by the Holy Spirit.
Right.
So that's not like us. We weren't conceived that way.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, Muslims believe that.
Yeah.
The reason for that is pretty simple. Is that in order to distinguish Jesus from anybody else who might have been a claimant to the Messiah, which there were more than one, that this was one of the signs that He had this special birth, so that people would go, oh, remember that guy?
Yeah.
Right. But it doesn't denote that He's God or anything like that.
Okay, so you don't believe that. That's okay. We're going to go to the next, one more thing. Noah's sons. Now, there's one verse that says that one of the sons drowned in the flood. I believe it's
Yeah.
okay. And then there's another one that says that none of the sons drowned.
Well, you have to show me the verse.
Okay, Surah 11, 42 through 43.
Chapter what? 11?
Yeah, chapter 11, verse 42 through 43. I think that's the one that says one of the sons drowned.
He replied, let's see, yeah. And it moved among them with the waves like the mountain, and Noah cried unto his son while he was keeping apart, O my son, embark with us, and be not with the disbelievers. He replied, I shall soon betake myself to a mountain, which will shelter me from the water, he said. There is no shelter for anyone this day from the decree of Allah, excepting those whom he shows mercy. And the wave came in between the two, so he was among the drowned.
Okay, so that's Noah's son drowned.
It says he drowned.
Okay, yeah. And then 2176, I guess it says none of them drowned.
And remember Noah when he cried to us aforetime, and we heard his prayer and delivered him and his family from the great distress.
So
those are the ones that were on the boat. That's what he's talking about. The ones that stayed on the boat, they lived. That's what I mean. Because the Bible probably doesn't record that one of his sons stayed back, right?
Well, the Bible doesn't say that any of the sons drowned. I don't believe any of the sons drowned according to the Bible.
I'm just saying there are differences in the recording of events sometimes in the Koran as opposed to the Bible.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So really it's just a matter of, you can choose not to believe it or believe it, but
yeah,
archaeologically or historically, a lot of this stuff